To succeed in a property manager interview, it's essential to be prepared to answer a range of questions that assess your experience, skills, and approach to managing properties. One common question is how you've improved as a property manager over the years. Interviewers don't expect perfection, but rather want to hear about how you've grown from your experiences. Reflecting on key lessons learned during your career, and how you've changed your approach over time, can provide valuable examples. For instance, you might explain how you've become more focused on finding the right tenant for each space, rather than just filling the space, and how you consider the long-term implications of your decisions. You could also describe how you've developed relationships with contractors and service providers, and how you've become more efficient in hiring people and solving problems. Another question you might encounter is how you would fill a 10% vacancy rate. This provides an opportunity to showcase your marketing strategies and approaches to attracting the right tenants. Having a plan is crucial, and you might consider incentivizing current tenants to provide referrals, utilizing social media to market the property, updating signage, offering discounts, or building strategic partnerships in the community. It's essential to find the right balance between quality and quantity, and to identify the profile of the ideal tenant for the space. Developing a marketing plan to get their attention, and using targeted advertising, such as Facebook ads, can be effective, creating a sense of community. For example, by creating a Facebook page for the building, can also help attract the right kind of tenants. Interviewers may also ask about your approach to handling customer pressure to bend the rules. The simplest answer is that you would never compromise on company policies or rules, as these are in place to protect tenants, customers, and all parties involved. You should always uphold these policies, even if it means saying no to a customer's request. When asked about your approach to joining a new company, interviewers want to hear that you'll improve the company without completely disrupting the existing operations. You might explain that you would begin by observing and learning how the company operates, what's working well, and what areas need improvement. You would then identify urgent changes that need to be made, and develop a plan to implement these changes. However, you would wait until you have a solid understanding of the company's needs before making any additional changes. This approach demonstrates that you're willing to take the time to understand the company's operations and make thoughtful, incremental improvements. Finally, you might be asked about the most challenging space you've had to lease in the past. If you have experience leasing spaces, you can describe a specific example, including the location, size, type of tenant, and what made it a challenge. You could also explain the measures you took to try to lease it more effectively, such as posting it on websites, sending mailers, or adding new signage. For instance, you might describe how you added amenities, such as a gym, to attract residents, and how this approach ultimately helped to lease more apartments in the building. By providing specific examples and demonstrating your problem-solving skills, you can showcase your ability to succeed as a property manager.